Alright, hello everybody, it's Zuckster99 back here guys. I have been hard at work on completing some games that were, partially up to 80% done. And with Poggers 2, this is a game I've had on the back burner since around 2021 for like the last 5 years. Had some problems getting the code to work, getting the wolves tonight, go through walls, that kind of thing. But finally made some good progress here with Poggers 2 recently. Got a bunch of different mazes made and, have been working on the game to make sure it's fun. And not only that, guys, I have added online co-op to the game. The online co-op is smart. This is not like remote play on Steam. This is a true online connection where you can invite a friend to play with you on Steam, or your friend can join you. And the game, let's go ahead and back out of this because I definitely want to save this for a moment. But with Poggers 2, it's a true online connection, and not only that, I've made it smart. So what it'll do is it will actually check first the direct connection from your friend to you to see what the ping is and see what the, make sure there's no data drop, stuff like that. See what the best connection is. And if it's not a direct connection to you, it's also going to check and see what the connection would be like through the host near a Steam server to them. So what this means is if you don't have a really good, like if you're a long ways from whoever you're trying to connect with, you might want to try to change your Steam server to somewhere in the middle of you guys. So if you're on the west coast of the USA, for example, and you're connecting to somebody in Europe, rather than connecting through like Seattle on the west coast, you might want to change your server to like New York or something like that on the east coast, so that it'll be a better connection from your friend over in Europe or whatever. But that's kind of the idea, but it is still going to check and see what is the best connection, either a direct connection from them to you or going through the Steam servers. And here, guys, you see the demo for the AI playing. This is a two-player co-op game where the AI is playing as both Honeyboo and Wally. Well, who the hell's Wally, you're wondering? If you played Poggers 1, you know who Honeyboo is. That's his girlfriend that he saves in the game. Well, in this game, guys, by playing co-op, the only way you can unlock Wally and Holly, who are the two kids of these two rabbits that they've had since 2019 when Poggers launched, the only way to unlock those is to play with a friend and basically beat the game. Beat all 10 levels, all 10 mazes of the game with a friend on co-op, and suddenly both of you will unlock not only Honeyboo as a playable character, but also you'll unlock Wally and Holly. So I just thought that would be kind of a fun way to try to get people to play with their friends and give them a reward for playing and succeeding with their friends. And it is that online co-op, like I said. Guys, I have added rocks from my original Poggers game to Poggers 2. I have added the hawk, the dreaded hawk, from that game. Of course, the carrots power up to be able to get revenge comes in. I've even added revenge points where if one of these hungry wolves actually gets you, if you kill that wolf, there's the first wolf that you kill when you eat a parrot, or a carrot rather, not a parrot, you actually get some revenge points. I think it's 750 that I've set it at right now. But you see these wolves when they're eaten, they go into a ghost form, they come back up to their den, they respawn. This little item right here is a packaged up like ribeye steak that you can go and get. They can't eat it while it's packaged up, but one of the bunnies has to go and get it. And you simply hit your space bar or your A button on your controller, and you can, or your left mouse button, and you can launch this steak to get you out of trouble. So if you got a wolf like right on your butt, you can put that steak down, and then up to 3 wolves that are nearby will go after that steak instead of your hiney. So I've added a lot of fun stuff that makes this game a lot different from like the original Pac-Man, for example. I know a lot of people are going to look at the maze and be like, oh, you just copied Pac-Man. Much like Poggers 1 that does take the theme of Frogger, this game, I believe I've added plenty to it to make it my own. Obviously the mazes are wider and bigger than, a Pac-Man mazes ever were. And not only that, guys, every one of these single wolves has their own single personality. So Spazzy is kind of the dumbest. He kind of has the lowest IQ. He'll be seen circling the same block or giving up chase to circle around a block over and over again, where Harry, the orange one, is the smartest wolf, but he kind of moves the slowest. But every one of these wolves has their own IQ, their own speed, their own personality, if you would. And your goal in this game is much like Pac-Man, to eat all the dots, you know, and clear the mazes out before you lose all your lives. You can earn extra lives. It always tells you up at the top how many points you need to score that next life. And I've taken a lot of stuff, like when you kick the wolf's tail with a carrot. You see the Badooey and the Powie and the Bammo and stuff like that come up on the screen. So I've put a lot of work and a lot of creativity in this game. There's our hawk flying across, and we're watching as the AI that I've designed plays this game as well. So you see that smack, like right there. And again, of course, every time you smack a wolf, you get double the score of the last one. So the points, much like Poggers 1, can add up really quickly when you get these carrots. Obviously, getting the carrots, just like Poggers 1, allows you to clear out the rocks. Sometimes rocks will have silver nuggets in them, and just like Poggers 1, the silver nuggets will give you extra power-up time to be able to get revenge on 3 wolves. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, guys. I'm going to show you how this game plays. I'm going to be launching this game in just a matter of days. I mean, I'm just waiting on Steam to review my current build and, you know, approve it. The Steam page is already up, of course, and everything like that. After this game, I'll show you another game, which will be actually the 4th game that Bun-Bun Poggers is in. He's already, right now, in Poggers 1, of course, and he's also been added to my release of Zaxterion, Space Frenzy, back in 2022. He is a DLC in that game, and I really love him as a great fit for that space game. And I'm really loving the way Poggers 2 has turned out. I'm excited to release this game. I'm anxious for Steam to go ahead and approve my build so I can get it into your hands out there. But let's go ahead and show you what this game is about. Play co-op is right here. Shows you everything that you can do, like all your buttons and everything like that right here. You can always watch the intro. So let's go ahead and watch the intro together, guys. And I think this is kind of a fun little, it lasts a little less than a minute, but I want to go ahead and show you the intro that I've designed for Poggers 2. Bun-Bun Poggers. He runs into Razzie. Oh my. And he gets alerted seeing Tazzy, the green wolf. And, of course, he makes them smack heads. They get dizzy. Now he runs into Spazzy, who does exactly what I was talking about and gives up chase to run around in a circle. And Bun-Bun laughs at him, and then he runs into Harry, who Harry has given him good chase. He's sweating his little tail off and running around, and oh no, he almost runs right into Jazzy, the pink wolf. But then he slips out of harm's way. Harry goes for Jazzy, and he makes his way over here where he finds Terry, the purple wolf. And how is he going to get out of this? Oh no, he can't go get the carrot, but he throws him a steak instead. And yay, we see how cool and smart and sly little Bun-Bun Poggers is. And I just thought this is a perfect intro for how I've always seen Bun-Bun Poggers in my original game. So obviously, I think I came up with the perfect name for this. This is a maze thing. Because it's all about a maze. You're no longer in a field full of cobras and trying to hop across a river to get your Poggers homes. You're simply trying to clear out the mazes, much like in the old, 1979 or 1988 classic arcade game that we all know, and that this is going to make us feel right at home with. Well, let's go ahead, guys. I want to show you the leaderboards. This game does keep track of the leaderboards here. And Lamar must be somebody with Steam. When they tested the game, I'm not sure. They're trying to approve the game, so that's pretty cool. You see that my own son has a #1 score. You see my girlfriend Addie is like less than 400 points above me. I want to go ahead and see if I can't beat them. But right up here is where you would go in and go to co-op if you wanted to, or if you wanted to just compare your score versus just your friends, that kind of thing. But let's go ahead and go back to the menu and let's start munching here, guys, and see if we can beat at least my girlfriend, if not my son. Alright, here we are. The bottom, you always start at the bottom of the screen. Wolf always start here in the wolf den. Rocks will start coming in at random spots. You get your wraparounds. Oh god. No! No, it's Jazzy that's after me. And they always run from you once you get... Let's get Harry here. You guys, if you play this game, you gotta memorize these names, man. Alright. Oh no. Okay, can we sneak up and get that? Okay, right here. Oh, I tried to hit the space bar to drop the steak, but it was a little bit too fast. So again, if you come up to a rock and you don't have a carrot, it'll remind you, hey, you need a carrot to beat this thing. That hawk is coming after me there. Anytime you see the hawk get smaller, that means it's diving down to try to get you. If it's really big, then it's closer to you. Got Harry again. See if we can get Jazzy here. Right. Let's go ahead and break this rock. But it plays really well, guys. You can also play this game with a gamepad if you have that. Oh no. Anytime the wolves go red like that, that means they're on your tail. You gotta watch out for them. Wrapping around the screen is a good way to get away from them a lot of times, but don't always count on that because a lot of times they will follow you. Harry's pretty smart. He's known for being able to follow you through that wraparound. Like I said, he definitely has the highest IQ. Got a bonus life. And the next one you see comes at 10,000 points. Yeah, it runs really well. There's never any kind of hiccups or anything like that as far as lag or anything like that. I have made the game, I kind of got sandwiched there between Razzie and Harry. Oh boy. No, Jazzy cornered me between... These rocks are dangerous, I'm telling you. As you see, I got cornered there between a rock and a hard place. Not exactly having my best game here. Right. Sometimes, and the cool thing I really like about this is I did make it so you can just kind of stop and sit here if you want. I know Pac-Man, I think you always have to be moving. So you can just kind of take a chill pill and sit and wait. Oh god. They're all after me. There we go. So we clear the screen. 1,000 point bonus. Rocks are dropping into the maze. Random spots. Come on, Harry. Come get me. Oh. Oh god. Ooh. Thought that bird was gonna get me there. Oh god. No. And the game is full of a lot of these like intense moments where the wolves are like right on you. And all you're really trying to do is trying to keep from getting cornered. Come here, Harry. Smack you. Now you can't smack the wolf with the carrot power up, so remember that. You cannot kill the wolf with a... Oh. Oh, you gotta watch out, because when you start flashing, when the maze starts flashing, to give you a big warning, cannot keep chasing them. You gotta know when to stop and not get greedy. No, I had a lot of fun making this game. I kind of like how the wolves, how they kind of all take different directions as well. They scatter out whenever you eat a carrot. They don't just all take the same path. Oh god. Let's get out of here. Let's do the wrap around here. Uh-oh. Oh no! No, Razzie got me again. Alright. This is only the second maze. I'm not even close to beat my girlfriend's score or my son's score. Not even close. Let's Oh, there he's on me. He smells me through the walls. There's a lot of things. I mean, a lot of places you could take this game. I was thinking about like maybe adding some kind of like a little shower or something like that where you could rinse your smell so they can't smell you since the person's so far away. Things like that. Obviously not a shower, but something of that sense where you could wash away your scent that would only last for so long. But in the end, I've decided to kind of keep this game on the simpler side and not get too complicated with it. Let's try to sneak over here. Let's grab this bad boy. I want to show you guys kind of how this thing works. See that? They're eating the steak right there. And we need 20,000 to make an extra life. I only have 2 lives left. It's already given me 3 extra lives, as you can see up there in the top left. Go ahead and break this rock as well while we're here. The bad thing about breaking rocks is you also break the rocks for the wolves. Oh no, 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 he's coming after me. He saw it getting smaller there. Gave up, but the hawk definitely wanted me. It saw me. Harry's on me again. Seems like Harry's always on me. I made him just a little bit too smart, perhaps. Ah, and he got me. And that is just about it, guys. 1 life left. Can I make it to 20,000 to get that extra life? That is a question that we all need to know, right? Oh, bird's coming for me here for a second. Let's go up here. Clear out some of these guys. Oh god. Sneak up here and grab this bad boy. You don't have to push a button or anything like that to acquire the steak. Oh. And that's it, guys. 17,000 is all I got. My best was even higher than that, so I didn't even score half my best score. But that is Poggers 2, guys. A lot of fun. I don't have a lot of time to try to beat my own score, try to beat my girlfriend and my son at Poggers. I definitely will. You guys, I'm coming for you, so you might want to increase your score because I am definitely coming for you. But I want to show you guys my other games before I have to go to work. But also, I want to go ahead and with this, I want to go ahead and make the video so it's not too long as well. This is fine. I've already spent 18 minutes on Poggers 2. It deserves a lot more time. I'm really proud of it, guys. I can't wait to get it into your hands. But you can also, just sit here and let it go for like 60 seconds and the demo will start playing. It'll first play a full round of the single player game, and then after that it'll play like a co-op, and it'll kind of alternate back and forth as far as the demo play. If you just want to kick back, I enjoy just kicking back and watching the AI play the game. I honestly think the AI is better than I am at this game, so that tells you something right there, right? But anyway, guys, let me go ahead and get the next game that I have coming out real soon, probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks, that also highlights Bun-Bun Poggers. Go ahead and get out of this and get into the next screen. There we go. All right. So let's see if we got sound effects here. I do not hear this my mic. Okay, there's some sound effects here. Gotcha. Okay, so the sound effects are on the game. So this is a game that was requested of me by a Twitch streamer that wanted a game that, like, she had fond memories of going back and playing an old Windows Entertainment Pack game called Rodent's Revenge. And wanted a game similar like that because they have never played or seen a game like that. So this is a game where you got to try to trap these wolves into like 1 square areas with these rocks by pushing them around. Again, stakes are in this game. You can drop a stake and 1 wolf will hit it, not 2, but it may help you like avoid the wolves that killing you. I am terrible at this game, guys. But if you've ever played Rodents Revenge, you remember trapping, like if you were a mice and you trapped cats into a little one square pinned area, that's pretty much what this game is, and that's what this game is about. So while I have developed and coded this game, I definitely have not mastered this game yet. But this game it's kind of like that, and you got it's procedurally generated levels, and you just got to be quick. You got to be pretty slick because the AI on these wolves that I brought over directly over from Poggers 2 is they're pretty good. Now this game is really challenging. I know my girlfriend really likes this game. She's kicked my butt on the score on this game. Um, I have, if you look at the leaderboard here, I haven't even come close to her, but I've definitely scored way more points than she has. Again, both these games don't have a lot of high scores because they're not yet launched on Steam, and hopefully they have a lot more high scores where you can see where you stand, not only against everybody in the world globally on Steam, but also just your Steam friends. So all these games that I'm talking about today, definitely, let your friends know about these games if you're excited about them. But this is Poggers Revenge, guys, a game I made uh, due to a request that somebody had. I had never played that game that they wanted, Rodents Revenge or whatever, from back in the 90s. I had never played it or heard of it, but I watched a YouTube video of it, and I was like, this will be a pretty easy. Sure enough, this was a fun one to make. So this is Poggers Revenge, also coming to Steam here in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. So watch for that one. There should be a Steam page for it any day now. As soon as Steam approves that Steam page, you'll be able to go and wishlist it and then just wait for the game to launch, which will be really soon. With that, guys, I want to go ahead and show you the last game, and that is the Best BJ, which I have brought out a DLC for.
Welcome
and I want to go ahead and explain that one. All right. Let me go ahead and close this out and launch it again. So I want to make sure the audio is working for this one.
Welcome back to the Best
Yep,
BJ.
we hear it. We hear Erica Summers, the gal I created as a dealer back in 2021 when I created this game. And obviously this game is
I'm happy that you decided to play with me.
slick use of words and, using sex to sell a game, but this is simply a blackjack game, nothing more. It does have a lot of sexual innuendo. It's obviously intended for a mature audience. But in this game, guys, I've added the AutoBot DLC. You can pick up both of them here in America, both the game and the DLC for, I think, just under $11 with a 10% discount. The game itself is $7.21. And the reason I did that, guys, is because back in 2021, after a lot of work on this game, my goal with this game was to make a simple blackjack game, but make sure it has all the features you would expect or options you would expect if you went in a real casino, such as doubling down, um, you know, uh, forfeiting your hand for half, get to half your chips back, doubling down, splitting your hand, that kind of thing. And I obviously wanted a game that didn't require you to always put in more money to buy more chips. I wanted a game that once you paid for it, you could always get more chips. I added a whole karma system and karma questions that will give you an opportunity to lower your karma to get a form of money. If you're down under a $10 balance for like 5 straight hands in a row, you'll get a karma question. It'll give you some kind of a crazy scenario. Some of the scenarios will actually be good karma things where you can do something good for somebody in the casino and actually make a little money. But most of them are scenarios are like, would you do just something god awful to earn some money? Usually, the more evil it is, the more corrupt it is, the more money you'll make, but the more karma you'll lose. And your karma is seen right here on the right by to the left of your balance there, this in blue. Your karma starts at 99, starts going down as you accept karma offers. And when it gets too low, it'll say the corrupt is extra 99, the evil is extra 99, stuff like that appear instead of just extra 99. And as you go lower and lower, you're going to basically piss off God. And God can take out revenge on you and start lightning bolting your funds and burning up your money because you're so corrupt and evil that God is going to take vengeance out on you. So that was a good way I kind of figured out to help people, when they're at a zero balance. When you do go to a zero balance, like if you was to bet all your money here and you was to lose, we'll go ahead and lose here on purpose, and I'll kind of show you that. We'll go ahead and just hit until we bust, and now we have 0, so we'll play again. So basically, you can only bet $1 at a time, so this prevents you from going like thousands or millions into the negative, right? You have to earn your money the slow, hard way. So we're going to go ahead and hit. We're going to hit again. We're going to stand. We'll see what happens. Remember, the dealer has rules it has to play by, just like casinos. Dealer must draw to 16, stand on all 17s. So now we got $1. So now what we can do here, guys, anytime you have a positive amount of money, you can use the AutoBot. Now this is, again, you have to have the DLC for AutoBot to even show up here. But when you do the AutoBot, you can go for up to 10 times your money. So this would be $10 because we only have $1. We're going to do that. Once you start the AutoBot, it's going to sit here and play for you and try to earn you that $10. It's going to continue to play until it gets you up to $10. You have multiple speeds to try to do this. I will tell you, if you have a karma question, you're still under $10, it will offer you this amount of money. We're just going to hit no here. Oh, I found a bug, so I definitely need to fix this. We'll see if this stays here. Let's just go ahead and go to target achieved. There we go. Now we can actually take this offer. We got $357 and we lost 6 karma. But because we did the AutoBot and it got us up to $10, we have to prove it. We've already earned it. As you can see, this is the amount you have to get, but because we took that karma question, we've already achieved that. So I believe as soon as we do one deal here, one hand, and we'll actually, this prove it bar should go away. So this hasn't been completely tested. Yeah, it went away. So I haven't tested every possible scenario and situation in this, but for the most part, I do believe it works. You always have your slider right here. If you don't like the dealer's voice for some reason, you can always turn it off. You can always turn off insurance. As you see, I have insurance. I never offer insurance. You can turn that on as well. Tab always, in all my games, tab always goes full screen and windowed. Whatever you want to do, you can always save and exit. How to play shows a video on YouTube where I've kind of explained some tips on how to play blackjack. You also have constant tips and interesting information about blackjack up here in the top left of the screen, to the left of the best BJ, at the top. And if we go here, guys, you don't see my mouse cursor on this one, on the screen, on this window capture for some reason, but you can kind of see I'm highlighting these different buttons. But let's just go ahead and be safe. Let's go ahead and bet, and let's deal. And we have 12 here. This is one of the scenarios where you always want to kind of play the dealer's hand more than yourself. You want to assume that his unshown card is going to be a 10 just because there's more 10s, kings, queens, jacks, and that kind of thing, and 10s in the game than any other card. So you assume he has 15 here. That means he's going to have to hit. If he hits, he's likely going to bust. So most people would say, why are you standing on 12? That's crazy. Again, you want to play the dealer's hand as much as your own. So we're going to stand and see if the strategy works here. So it didn't work. Yeah, he got 19.
Dealer wins.
Kind of got lucky.
Lucky
but a lot of times you will win that standing on 12 if the dealer's showing something like a 5. We're going to go ahead and hit play again. Actually, let's go ahead and hit play again. Let's use the AutoBot. And let's go up to like 10 times again and kind of show you how this works. So it'll start off at a slower speed, 1.5 times speed. You can always stop the AutoBot.
Nicely played.
You can always speed it up. Here it is at 10 times. Start kind of play some fast music as you're doing that. You can speed it up to 50 times. Because it does take the AutoBot a while. You'll see that it's struggling to make me any money here. But on 50 times, you'll see that eventually it gets up to the goal of 33.10. It just takes it a while. Sometimes it'll lose money. It'll get down to like $200 or whatever, or worse. But eventually, it will outplay the casino using just basic strategy tips against the casino that you can find on a lot of popular websites on how to beat casinos, how to win at Blackjack 21, and that kind of thing. It just plays basic, simple strategy. And in the end, over hundreds of hands, it'll tell you how many hands it played. So for example, if we get tired of waiting here on the AutoBot, I think it's kind of fun to watch it at 10 or 50 times speed. Kind of watch your money going up as the AutoBot plays kind of the best strategies. The good thing about the AutoBot is it's never going to get those hunches and make mistakes like people do. You know, people typically get that gut feeling, and that gut feeling steers them wrong. They get that gut feeling, oh, I feel blackjack coming or whatever. Or, you know, they split hands when they shouldn't or whatever. And people make those kind of mistakes, or the Autobot just simply isn't going to make those kind of mistakes. And that's why eventually it will get to the goal of like $3,300. It's lost some money here. Dealer's probably getting kind of lucky, but eventually, like I said, it will go ahead and give back up over $1,000. Eventually, it'll be over $3,000, and eventually, even at 50 times speed, it just takes a while, even at 50 times speed, to get where it needs to go. So remember, we started at like $330 or something like that. $330.10 or something, and that's why it's trying to go for 3310. So it is getting up there close to like 2,000 now. But if you ever get tired of waiting, guys, you can always just hit the blue button, and it's just going to go ahead and simulate it, put you up to where you want to go if you don't want to wait. And then let's just go ahead and assume that just to save time.
Better luck next hand.
So it'll show you the last hand, whatever happened. It'll show you it had to play 1,925 hands to get you to that goal. And it's a little bit over the goal at 33.45. But now you have the prove it bar, which comes in. So it'll show you a bar here that you'll never drop below where you were. And then your goal here to get rid of this prove it bar is 33,450. So basically the idea of the Autobot, obviously it's not a pay to win, as some people might think. Well, you have Autobot that's pay to win. Well, once you use the Autobot and it gets you where your goal is, however you do it, whether you just watch it or hit the instant simulation to get there, it'll actually play all the hands just really fast for you and get you to where you need to go and tell you how many hands it took. But then you have to prove you're worthy of that money that the Autobot has earned for you. So you basically have to multiply that balance by 10. And that's why you see here, the prove it balance that I have to get to is 33,450, which is exactly 10 times this amount. So if you ever drop below this line and you have failed to accumulate your 10 times amount, then you basically lose your bet and you're down at a very low balance, right? You failed to prove that you're worthy of the money. And then at that point, you can use the Autobot again. But right now, if I was to try to use the Autobot again with this 33.45, the bot just got me. It's going to tell me you cannot use the Autobot when you still have money you need to earn yourself. So you're going to have to start playing and showing that you deserve that money. And you see, that was all skill right there, blackjack. So it shows you where you start here, shows a line where you started, and now you can continue to play. And so that's kind of how this game works. So you can continue to play safe, play it bet half, bet all, bet last, or whatever. And that's how you play, guys. Not only that, guys, but I'm also working on bringing the best BJ online so you can play side by side with friends or with strangers on Steam. Granted, you're never competing against yourself. You're always competing against a dealer. But I am working on a full online version of this game. So you'll have a chat box. You'll have the ability to, go into a lobby and lock the lobby so it can be just you and your friends. Or you can just go in and play against random Steam users or whatever. But I am working on that full online version of the Best BJ. And I hope to bring that out by the end of this year. So definitely watch for that. SBJ, a great value. I firmly believe that this is what I strive for when I made the Best BJ 6 years ago or 5 years ago, back in 2021. My goal was to make the best damn blackjack game on Steam, and it even says that right up here under the Best BJ, Steam's best damn blackjack game. That was my goal, was to bring a true, really fun blackjack game that offered all the features, like I said, splitting, doubling down, all that good stuff, without the requirement of always putting in more microtransactions or whatever to get more chips. If you run out of chips, you kind of got to do that whole karma system thing and lower your karma to get more money, or you just have to grind it back up, or at least grind yourself to a positive balance now. With the Autobot, you can have the Autobot start grinding for you. And that was the whole idea behind the Autobot. I saw people, just spending a lot of time grinding those $1, $2 bets, trying to get out of that very low range. And then they would get the karma question. It might give them $100 or whatever. Then they would, of course, if me bet it all and then lose it or whatever, be back down to zero. So the Autobot was intended to get people out of those really not so much fun, like $1 and $2 bets or whatever, and get them up to where they have a balance where the bets start meaning a lot more. And it's a lot more fun to play with, like, I could bet 5,000 right here. It's a lot more fun to play with $5,000 in the pot than it is with $1. So that was kind of my idea behind the Autobot, and I do think it's a great addition to the Best BJ. So hopefully one of these games has inspired you to go out and purchase one of my games, guys. Let me know down in the comments below because I am going to upload this to YouTube. If one of these games looks interesting to you, uh, this video has inspired you to go out and purchase one of these games or wishlist it or whatever, definitely let me know which one you're interested in, why you're interested in it, and what your thoughts are overall. I would love to see that. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next video, and we'll see you in time, streaming here on Twitch. If you're not following me on Twitch and you're seeing this on YouTube, definitely go follow me on Twitch, and vice versa. If you're watching me on Twitch and you're not yet follow me on YouTube, or you subscribe to me on YouTube, definitely go subscribe to me on YouTube. Subscribe doesn't cost anything on YouTube. Subscribing only costs money on Twitch. So anyway, guys, have a good day or night out there, whenever it is that you're watching this video. This is Zaxter99, known as Zaxter Games on Steam. Take care, everybody.